Now it's so slick, it reduces friction, which reduces heat and allows your engine to make more power by reducing parasitic drag. Our rods are Eagle's forged H-beams that have a 5/400 center-to-center length, and the cap is held in place with 8740 ARP rod bolts. Now our pistons are Mahla's forged 4032s with a -6 cc valve relief. Now these things have a 1.5, 1.53 millimeter ring pack and a 1090 pin location. Now the protective coating on the side of the skirt is there to protect the engine during cold startups. Now all that'll ride on proven Clevite bearings.
Our starting point for this build is to check main bearing clearance, so the upper halves of the H-series main bearings will go in the block. The lower halves are put in the caps and then placed in the registers. The stout main stud girdle from Moroso stabilizes those smallish main caps so the engine stays together at high RPMs, which is our goal. Next, we'll measure each of the crankshaft's journals and transfer that measurement to the dial bore gauge, which we'll use to measure the torque bearings IDs to find our clearance. We need between 23 and 28 10,000ths to fall within our minimum clearance requirement of 1,000ths per inch of journal diameter. This one fits the bill. The journal diameter plus the clearance, which is in the middle, equals the bearing's inner diameter, which all of ours are in the go zone, so the crank's ready to drop in. Royal Purple Max Tough will lube the bearings to prevent damage during fire-up. Now the crank is slowly lowered into place, making sure it meets the bearings evenly. The main caps can be put in place and seated using a rubber mallet. And reinstall the main girdle for the final time. Using a dial indicator, we need to check our thrust clearance. And with 6,000ths, the build continues right after this.
Coming up, we focus on induction production.
Our latest project, Little Black and Blue, is ready for the rest of its rotating assembly. Now we already checked the rod bearing clearance and hung the pistons to the rods, so the next order of business is to dress the pistons with their new rings. They're Mahla's performance file fit ring set that have a standard tension. We'll install the oil support rail first. Now if this is not used, plan on clearing out the mosquito population when you run the engine. Now the expander, followed by the other support rails. The second ring, which we gapped to 22 thousandths, can go on now, followed by the top ring, which was gapped to 18 thousandths. With oil coating the pistons and rings, lube on the rod bearing, we can drop the assembly into our ring compressor. Place it over the number 1 bore, making sure it's aligned with the journal, knock it into the bore, then gently seat the rod onto the crank's